Hey guys, today we're going to be working on lesson 7 in our chapter, okay? So this lesson is all about checking your subtraction, learning how to make sure that what you got is correct, okay? So open up to page 261 in your math book to follow along, okay? So for our first problem, our math in my world, we're going to talk about some vegetables. So it says there are 38 vegetables in the garden. Nancy picks 12 vegetables. How many vegetables are left? Show your work. Okay, so we have 38 vegetables to start. So that's what's going to go in our box here, because that's our total. She picked 12 vegetables, so 12 is what we're subtracting. Okay, so now we're just going to do our subtraction like we normally would, starting with our ones. Always start with the ones. 8 minus 2. I don't need to regroup. I have enough for that, so 8 minus 2 is 6. And 3 minus 1 is 2. So there's 26 vegetables left. Now we're going to check our work. Write the number left in the blue box up here in the blue box. So they've color-coded them for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this number, this piece, add it to the other piece, and see if we get the number that we started with. Okay? So 26, starting with the ones, always with the ones, even in addition as well. 6 plus 2 is 8. 2 plus 1 is 3. All right, what do we notice about the sum? It is the same, okay? So we did a good job. We did that right. So this is where knowing your fact families really comes in handy. All right, so let's move on to our more specific section. You can check the answer to a subtraction problem. Check 25 minus 10, okay? And then our helpful hint for this section is to add the number you subtracted to the difference. Remember, the difference is the name, is what you call the answer in a subtraction problem. The sum, that's the answer in an addition problem, should match the number you subtracted from. So just like we did on this page, the numbers should work out. So the first step is to just subtract. Okay, so they subtracted, they said 25 minus 10 is 15. It's very thin here, 15. Because we had 5 minus 0 is 5. Didn't need to regroup or anything. 2 minus 1 is 1, 15. Then add these numbers to check. So adding the two pieces, think of it as whole, part, part. So you add the two parts to see if you get the whole. So you have 15 plus 10, which 5 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus 1 is 2. So we did get the same number. So then if the number you subtracted from is your sum, your answer is correct. Okay? So that's really the only thing the only strategy we're working with today to check your work. So you're going to have to subtract first and then check by adding. All right, so let's start with number 1. 36 minus 20. First, starting with the ones, 6 minus 0 is 6, right? Because of 6, take away nothing. And then 3 minus 2 is 1. So our answer is 16. Now let's check that. Let's make sure we're right. So you're going to add your first part, what you subtracted from the other part. So 16 minus 20, or plus 20, excuse me. We have 6 plus 0 is 6. 1 plus 2 is 3. So you got 36. This is also a nice review in rewriting a problem, because you have to set up that addition problem. So you have to make sure your ones are lined up and your tens are lined up appropriately. All right, so this one we have 50 minus 12. So starting with the ones, I have 0 minus 2. Do I have enough to take away 2 from 0? No, so I will first need to regroup. 5 becomes a 4. The 0 becomes a 10 because we added 10 to it. 10 plus 0 is 10. Now it becomes 10 minus 2 is 8. And 4 minus 1 is 3, so we got 38. Now let's check our work. You add 38 to the other piece, 12. 8 plus 2 is 10. Now remember, when you're regrouping in addition, you carry the 1, because we had a group of 10. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 1 more is 5, which is what we started with. So good, we did good on that one. All right, let's try another one. 21 minus 3. 1 minus 3, don't have enough. I need to regroup. My 2 becomes a 1. My 1 becomes an 11 because we added that group of 10 to it. 11 minus 3 is 8. 1 minus nothing, because there's nothing in this tens place, is 1, so the answer is 18. So we're going to take this 18 over here, add the 3 in there, making sure it's lined up with the 1s, because there should be nothing in this tens place. 8 plus 3 is 11, again carrying that group of 10 and leaving that 1 left over in 11. 1 plus 1 is 2, we got 21, which is what we started with. Awesome. All right, let's do one more of these together. 32 minus 14. 2 minus 4, I can't do that, so I have to regroup. 3 becomes a 2. 2 becomes a 12 because we added that 10 to it. 12 minus 4 is 8. 2 minus 1 is 1. So now let's add our 18 and our 14. 8 plus 4 is 12. So we put the 2 there, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. And so we got 32. Why does addition work as a check for subtraction? Well, think about it as the fact families work, right? Because they show the different pieces of the fact family. So they work because when you subtract, you're taking a whole and breaking it into pieces. But in addition, you're taking those pieces to find the whole. So they're like reverse equations, all right? So now I want you to go through and practice. The important skill is a really good review of your subtraction. Don't get regroup happy. Remember, you only need to regroup if you don't have enough ones in the ones place, so don't be regrouping when you don't need to. You will practice rewriting this addition as addition using the two pieces to solve. Remember how to carry, review that if you need to, how you carry that 1 if you have more than a group of 1 when you add, more than a group of 10 when you add, and work through these. All right, using these different problems, stretch your brain, set up the problem. Remember, you can use a picture, you can use the standard algorithm, whatever is easiest for you. And then you're going to go through and do your homework. They give you the example again at the top. You're going to be doing the exact same thing, rewriting, solving, and using those brains. With this, make sure that when it says explain, you are explaining your thinking. It doesn't have to be a crazy long explanation, but you need to be able to show me that you understand why he is correct or why he is not correct, okay? All right, kiddos, as always, work hard. This is a little more intensive of a step because you have to make sure you're subtracting correctly and setting up the addition and adding. So take your time, work hard, and really focus. All right, have a great rest of your day, friends.